Hi guys, Vino here and welcome to this Vino Prank production, and today is a time for a cuppa. That's a really nice cup of coffee, actually, considering I had to throw the first one away because it went cold because I woke up this morning. Today's a bank holiday here in the UK. It's currently Monday the 26th of August 2024 and it's currently 12:29 p.m. Literally just turned 12:29 p.m. as I was reading through my watch on that one. Today is the late August bank holiday, or there are many names for it at the moment, but I'm not working today. Woke up this morning, made myself a coffee, and then got really engrossed in some YouTube videos, and it was just sat there getting colder. I was actually intending on using that coffee in this particular video, but it just sat there getting colder. Anyway, how are you guys doing? Hopefully you are doing really, really well. I'm doing pretty damn fantastic. Yes, it's been a little while since I've posted a video, about 2 weeks, just under 2 weeks or so, but work has been quite busy, quite tiring in ways, so of course videos have taken a back seat to that, basically, but I am off today and I'm off next week, so as of the 2nd of September I'm off for that week, obviously off the weekend as well because I don't work weekends, but I'm off that week, so there's probably going to be a plethora of videos next week, but there's going to be a plethora of videos anyway coming because I've gone down a bit of a rabbit hole, which is the main reason why I'm recording this video, to be honest. And the rabbit hole does involve drones, basically. So strap up if you're into drones, or if you just want to know what's going on with me, then strap in, strap up, strap down, strap left, strap right, whatever you want to do it, and just get ready for me to kind of geek out for a little bit. So drones have been let's just say they've been thrusted more into the map recently, to the point where drone laws are now being changed from one year to the next because, you know, the Civil Aviation Authority here in the UK and the US equivalent are still trying to work out how they can make drone laws, you know, fair for both the general public as well as drone pilots themselves, and it's all in a bit of flux at the moment, and there's a lot of YouTube videos of people being quite antagonistic, both drone pilots and just the general public being quite antagonistic. I in no way, shape or form solely say it's just the members of the public in those videos that are being antagonistic. I actually think a lot of those videos, the drone pilots are being quite antagonistic in those videos. I understand that at the moment it's a very, as I said, it's all kind of up in the air. It's in flux at the moment. And I know that there's a lot of people out there really wanting to defend their rights when it comes to being a drone pilot. But there are ways and means of going about it that doesn't make you come across as a complete douche nozzle. Because there are so many people I'm watching on YouTube at the moment, because YouTube decides to recommend me these videos. And so many of them are just being complete douche nozzles. Excuse me, and it's not gonna help the drone community, to be honest. There is a YouTuber out there called Ken Heron who is doing it the right way, I think, and the way he's sort of doing it is he is backing down when a police officer starts getting a bit more insistent, shall we say. There are a lot of drone pilots out there that believe that they should defend their rights no matter what and shouldn't allow a authoritarian figure to tell them what to do. The thing with it is, for me, although you may be legally allowed to do what you're doing in that place, there comes a point where you've just got to de-escalate. You've got to be on your way. You know, if I was in a perfectly legal area and a police officer or a security guard or somebody politely tells me, would you mind just moving on, sir, I'd probably do what they asked me to do, even though that it's a, you know, perfectly legal with what I'm doing. It just comes down to courtesy, it comes down to respect, it comes down to, yep, I'm being told to move on and I'd rather move on than get antagonistic, all that kind of stuff. But having said that, I do have a whole video at some point to maybe shoot, record, whatever, when it comes to antagonistic both drone pilots and public. But anyway, there are lots of videos at the moment on the subject, and of course drones are a big thing at the moment. Well, it turns out that drones have actually been quite a thing for a while, and there's a certain contingent of drone pilots that fly a very specific type of drone, and that's called an FPV drone. Now, when it comes to FPV drones, they are more in the RC community than they necessarily are in the drone community. I mean, yes, there is a Venn diagram that's practically a circle where they overlap, but there is overlap between the two communities. But the FPV drone community is older, much older than the drone community that's flying DJI drones and all that kind of stuff all over the place. And I've gone down a bit of a rabbit hole when it comes to FPV. I really want to get into FPV to the point where I've actually secured a transmitter / radio controller off of eBay that I'll be paying for this Friday, and then that will be coming to me hopefully next week. I also am going to see somebody next weekend hopefully to buy a FPV drone from them and then go from there. I also have a guy that's going to be selling me a module for the controller that I'm buying, because the controller I'm getting is TBS Tracer. However, the drone takes TBS Crossfire, so I'll be buying that module at some point. And at some point I need to buy some goggles. I also need to buy some more batteries and a charger for the batteries. There are kits out there nowadays you can buy with everything included, from the goggles to the controller to the drone itself to batteries to a charger, all that kind of stuff. But it is very much an enthusiasts community market, what have you, at the moment, and you can't need to do things piecemeal. And when it comes to fixing FPV drones, having some soldering skills and potentially knowing how to 3D print stuff will go a long way. And actually on that at the moment, I am considering getting a 3D printer down the road. It is my birthday in a couple of months, so maybe I'll ask for some money towards getting a 3D printer, and I can use that 3D printer if I break any aspects of my drone or drones, plural, potentially. I could be asking for a 3D printer to reprint the parts, which will probably be a lot cheaper than going out and buying them themselves. And I'm sure there's a lot of 3D printed drone parts out there that could be quite useful, fun to play with, some different props and stuff like that. To sort of tell you how enthusiast FPV drone flying is, and the whole hobby itself is, like, whenever you watch a review of a FPV drone, they tell the flight controller, they tell you the video transmitter, they tell you the type of motors that are on it, they tell the type of batteries that it would take. Put it this way, you can actually burn out some of the motors. If you put the wrong battery and the motors can't take it, you'll just simply burn out the motors. You can burn out the transmitter, you can burn out the actual the aerial, I suppose, in the transmitter if you select the wrong setting. So it really is a enthusiast's hobby. It doesn't hold your hand. It's like I've dipped my tiny toe, my little toe, into drone piloting when it comes to the Hollystone HS40, and then I decided I'm just going to jump straight in with both feet and just become an FPV drone pilot. One of the main reasons for that is I've just been watching videos online of people whizzing around in FPV drones, and it just looks so fun. They're a lot faster than these things. They can go at 30, 60 kilometers an hour, which these are. I keep picking this up, but I mean the DJI ones, because those are the main ones that people go for. The DJI ones are limited to about 15 to 30 miles per hour, depending on, although there is of course the FPV ones that DJI does, the Spark, I think it's called the Spark and the Avatars. There's Avatar 1, Avatar 2. I think it's called the Spark, the one they did before that. That can go really fast. That can go like 60 miles an hour. But that's kind of FPV for you. The biggest difference between FPV and that, as well as the learning curve, is a very sharp incline. Apart from that, it's the flight time. So with one of these drones, you can get about 30 minutes, 20-30 minutes flight time. You get 3 to 4 minutes, sorry, when it comes to FPV flying, because they are such nippy, fast, powerful drones. They basically discharge their batteries like nobody's business, and they take LiPo batteries, which are well known for discharging very, very quickly and dumping a whole load of power very quickly into something, so you can take off and such like. So yeah, I'm getting into that. I'm probably going to have to wait. It's going to take me a few months, basically, is what I'm saying, before I have all the gear up together to go out to fly an FPV drone. The controller itself is costing me £90, which is actually £50 cheaper than it would have cost had I bought it brand new. So I'm getting it from eBay. So that's pretty cool, to be honest. And the person selling me the drone is selling me the drone for £60 rather than £120. So that's also saved me some money. And the guy selling me the module is also selling the module for about half price it would normally go retail. So again, that's all helping me save money. It's still a very expensive hobby. You could easily pay £200 a piece for the controller, the drone and the goggles. You're already about £1,000 in, and then of course you've got to buy chargers and all that kind of stuff. The main thing I wanted to buy for now was the controller, because you can use the controller to practice in sims. There are a myriad of FPV drone sims on Steam and other places. There's Velocidrone, there's Liftoff, 2 versions of Liftoff, the standard Liftoff, and then there's Liftoff micro drones. There's Uncrashed, there's Tiny Whoop FS, I think it's called, something like that. There's a load of there's DRV, drone racing. Is it DRV, DVR, whatever it is, as a drone racing simulator. Some of them are free, a lot of them are paid for, and there's a couple I really like the look of, to be honest. I really like the look of Uncrashed, and I really like the look of Liftoff micro drones, because I will be buying a micro drone. I'm buying a Beta FPV 75X Whoop, 2S Whoop, basically, which is a Whoop, which is a fast micro drone. So Liftoff micro drones will probably be the one that I'll be going for, if not Uncrashed. There are so many drone simulators out there, but as well as being, you know, games within themselves, they are also simulators that help you to learn how to pilot an FPV drone, and you can use them with the controllers that you can buy for FPV drones for controlling them. So once I get the controller, I'll be putting in a bunch of practice into the simulators, basically. And one of the reasons I'm going to be doing this, 2 moments. Trying to work out what this is for. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. What I might do is I might tell the guy who's going to sell me the module if he can hold off until October for the module. October is still going to be an expensive month for me, but this is also going to be an expensive, potentially very expensive month for me. Not only will I'm buying all this drone gear, it's my dad's birthday, and there's a couple other things going on at the moment. I was very close to messaging Ludus Magnus Studios or GameFound to see if I can get a refund for Blood, which is the board game that I'm currently that I backed a few months back. I was really close to messaging them saying, can I cancel my subscription? Not subscription, cancel my stretch pay basically, and then just get the money back and then cancel the subscription. I was that close. But I took some stuff down to CX instead, and that kept me afloat a little while longer, so to speak. But this month could be really, really expensive. I've already had to tell a couple of people on Facebook Marketplace that I was going to buy some stuff from. I've kind of politely messaged them, gone, sorry, can't do that anymore. And I'm going to see if I'm going to see if both the module guy and the drone guy are willing to hold on maybe another month. But having said that, as I've literally just got round to saying, next month is not going to be the cheapest month either. Difference is it's not my dad's birthday next month. But the reason why next month is not going to be too cheap either is because both Resident Evil, Resident Evil, Silent Hill 2 remake by Blooper Team is coming out. Also, I've already got it pre-ordered. I've got pre-ordered the Atari 50 expanded pack, expansion pack, whatever they call it, steelbook. I got that pre-ordered from Amazon because I already got the first one from Amazon a few months back. I've got the next one they're releasing in October, coming at the end of October. So yeah, then in November I've pre-ordered the Sure Scope Volume 3 box set. So yeah, I've got a few expensive months coming up, and that's £125. Anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. A bit of a ramble in a way, but hopefully you enjoyed it nonetheless. Until next time, take care and enjoy the rest of your day. Ta-ra.